and good morning. You are watching SNES Super Stars 2024. I'm very excited to be able to showcase the Super Metroid and A Link to the Past combo randomizer by Total. This randomizer has been around for a number of years, still actively being developed today, and we're going to be showcasing a flag set that has been very recently added to the randomizer. It is an open Ganon's Tower flag set. So normally, when you play the A Link to the Past and Super Metroid combo randomizer, or any A Link to the Past randomizer, you need 7 crystals to be able to open Ganon's Tower. In this case, we will be able to get inside Ganon's Tower as soon as we have access. That's going to change the calculus of the decisions that we make when we get Dark World access quite a bit. So I'll go ahead and kick us off in 3, 2, 1, and go. So the goal of the A Link to the Past and Super Metroid combo randomizer is to get to defeat all of the bosses in the A Link to the Past and Super Metroid sides, and collect all the necessary items to defeat Ganon and Mother Brain. The games are linked at 4 separate points in each game, and I will be covering those as we go. Because we don't have a Morph Ball, there's only one location that we can get to in Super Metroid, so we are going to go to Zelda first. And I actually like to start by a Houlihan. So there is one thing that you'll be able to do pretty early on as soon as you have the flipper, or before you have flippers, because once you have flippers, you won't be able to do this easily. We're going to be distorting the position of Link on screen to be able to send Link to an error room. And that error room happens to have 225 rupees in it. The easiest way to get Link's screen position distorted is to jump off of this cliff 4 times. So this will give us a money boost to be able to alleviate money issues that can crop up early in a seed. But once you have flippers, you won't be able to get in here as easily. Because you do need quite a bit of money early on. And then when you leave the Chris Houlihan room, you get sent to Link's house, which is one of the 316 checks in the game. Now, we just picked up a power bomb. There is one guaranteed power bomb. So what do we have? We have Dragon Boss at Eastern. Yes, we do have the bosses from Super Metroid in the shuffle as well, so we have 3 pendants in the Light World. Well, 2 pendants and a Super Metroid boss. So my opening route wants to check as many locations as possible in Zelda before I figure out where I'm going. Oh, Bomb Drop is really nice. So that's going to save us a lot of time in Kakariko, because we do need some bombs. I might not go shopping for bombs first. I might try one of the Kakariko locations for bombs. There's our first pack of Super Missiles. The Super Missiles are going to be our damage for bosses in Super Metroid. You can never have enough Super Missiles. Ah! And of course, as soon as I Houlihan, I get punished. So that's the punish for doing Houlihan, is if there's a 300 rupee early, because that solves all the money issues. However, if we can find a little bit more money, this will let us do an early Zora check. And I am a huge fan of the early Zora check, because that can be a very difficult location to route. So next we're going to head up to the Lumberjack Cave to check Aga. Knowing whether or not Aga is required can also influence routing quite a bit. This route also lets us check 2 of the 3 tree pull tiers, which can be very important to know, and it also lets us check what is on the bush crab. This maximizes our chances at early bombs as well. Unfortunately, we didn't get early bombs. And, oh, that is really nice information to have. That might be a required item, but if it's not a required item, it's a very helpful one. That is space jump on the Lumberjack. Very valuable item. It might not be worth the few minutes to go get it. But if we do wind up needing space jump, we know where to get it. There's our first bottle. That's a very good item to have as well. Very nice link to the past safety, and we will be able to check the sick kid when we go to Kakariko the first time. So Kakariko is weighted down significantly in the item distribution, but there are a lot of checks here, and we can get things such as heart containers, energy tanks, survival items. A lot of very helpful things for the early game. So I am not going to purchase bombs right away. I am going to try to see if I can get some bombs from these treasure chests. And then if not, I am going to have to come back. But we are going to give it the old college try. Now, I will not be updating ammo counts after a while. Oh, hey, there's Morph Ball. That is one of the orbs. All-powerful orbs being the Morph Ball and the Moon Pearl. So Morph Ball by itself does not actually give us a lot of Super Metroid access. But with that Morph Ball and that Power Bomb, we do have a fair bit. I would prefer to have more than one Power Bomb tank before going into Metroid, because navigating Super Metroid with just a Morph Ball, no regular bombs, and only 5 Power Bombs can be a real chore. We did strike out on the regular bombs, which means we do have to do a little bit of backtracking. I should have checked Sick Kid before I bought bombs. Watch me get punished, and there's bombs here. Nope, just 20 bucks. So I will be trying to watch the chat as much as I can. If you have any questions about the randomizer, feel free to ask. I do play this quite a bit. We have a yearly tournament, 2 yearly tournaments, one at SpeedGaming Live and one just for the community itself. There's our second pack of Power Bombs. Very incentivized to return to Super Metroid soon as I do the standard checks for Link to the Past. I do want to pick up as much money as I can early to try to get that early Zora check. Second energy tank is really helpful. We do also need 3 energy tanks to be able to finish the game, just like in vanilla Super Metroid. Power Bombs are definitely the easiest way to access the majority of the early game in SM. But I will do the early Link to the Past checks before I go anywhere else, regardless of what I find. So we'll see what's in the library as well. To get the library item, we need the Pegasus boots, but because it is not important, we do not need to do so. So my rule with the race game is I will do it blind if I do not have any progression as of yet. But if I do have a piece of progression, I will check it first. In this case, it was just a missile pack. What am I doing? I don't need to walk the rest of the way. So with these just bombs as a weapon, I don't feel like going to the castle quite yet, because a lot of it's not in logic. So let's head to the South Shore next. If I can find about 25 rupees here, I will also check King Zora because I don't need money for anything else in the early game. But my goal is to get to Super Metroid as reasonably quickly as possible at this point. Having 5 super missiles only is a little annoying to start. But if you've ever played a Link to the Past randomizer before, this starting order is fairly standard. There are a few variants in how you can start a Link to the Past. But once you get in Super Metroid, you have the tendency to stay in Super Metroid for a while just because of the sheer item density. Oh, that is a glove. So that tells me that there might be something at Zora because King Zora is now in logic. In order to get to King Zora, you either need a single strength upgrade or flippers. Oops. I'd like these 2 mini Moldorms to be together, please, and hopefully not get killed. Excellent. Very disappointing. Very, very disappointing, Cave. So now I need to be a little bit careful going around these Octoroks as well as these crabs, because just about anything will kill me here. I don't know why the Link to the Past devs did this, but these crabs are some of the most terrifying enemies in the game. They do 2 hearts of damage and make checking the Ice Rod location very, very treacherous. This is one of those locations that I really like to get out of the way as soon as I can. Just because it is a very difficult location to route in if you don't do it with the early game. And unfortunately, we do not have enough money for King Zora, so we might wind up coming back. I am still going to check the item that is under the bridge. So what I'm going to do here is set up fake flippers. So in the 1.0 version of A Link to the Past, if you transition on the same frame that you would void out from jumping into water, the game treats you as having flippers until you leave the water. However, if you take a hit, you will die instantly. In the original Link to the Past, in the vanilla game, it would be a soft lock because the game does not know where to put you since you transition screens. But in the randomizer, you will die and all of your fairies will be removed from your bottles. So if we get money here, that would be nice. Unfortunately, we did not get money. So I am not going to head anywhere else in Zelda for the time being. Let's actually go back to Metroid. Now, there's not a whole ton we can do here, but there's certainly enough. So with 10 power bombs, I'm actually going to head to Brinstar first. And we're going to be spending a lot of time in Brinstar. Now, Brinstar is weighted down slightly in the randomizer, as far as the item distribution goes. But there are so many items here. We are not going to fight Bomb Trees over 3 bombs. Yes, that is correct. We are using the Mega Man sprite for Super Metroid. Indeed. So with only 2 packs of power bombs, I am going to try to conserve power bombs as much as I can. Now, if there's nothing important here, I'm going to check the back of Gauntlet and reset again, and do a little bit of a reverse Sprint Star route to try to get the items on the bottom of... Oh, there's a hammer. I think I'm gonna grab that hammer. It's a little dangerous and it's not in logic, but I can get this hammer. And I think getting this hammer early is going to be worth it. So now this is not in logic, and this is really tricky to do, so I might be a little bit quiet while I get up here. Okay, perfect. So that is called a delayed wall jump. That is not in logic for normal. I did actually forget to discuss the difficulties for the Super Metroid side of the combo randomizer. One is normal, which only requires 4 basic techniques. That being wall jumps, shine sparks, infinite bomb jumps, those sorts of techniques. Any technique that is actually shown in the game. So things like delayed wall jump, short charges, the speedrun tech cannot be required. Whereas on hard, some speedrun tech can be required. No acid, please. Thank you. So acid without a suit is really terrifying. It does 1 damage per frame. And Super Metroid runs at 60 FPS. And these spikes also do 60 damage with no suit. So I do need to remember that this hammer is locked behind Gauntlet access. I'm also going to pick up this heart container, because I think that heart containers are really valuable until you have second row of hearts and blue mail. And I'm a little low on power bombs, so I'm actually going to run to the ship real quick to refill on them. Power bombs are a big issue in Brinstar because there are very limited enemies that drop them. And I do still want to do the reverse Brinstar route. This is slightly inefficient, but I think this is going to save us grief in the long run. Just due to routing concerns. And it lets us be more thorough in Brinstar, which is really important. So with that hammer and that a lift upgrade, we're actually a Moon Pearl away from Dark World access. So that's the biggest thing we're looking for right now is the Moon Pearl. If we can find a Moon Pearl, we'll actually be a little overwhelmed with options. So there are a few different ways you can go about Brinstar. The standard Brinstar route is to go the way you would in vanilla, to the green side first. I will actually pick this up because that gives me a heart container in Zelda. So I'm going to be going to Retro Brinstar first because I can full clear it. I am, unfortunately, going to be isolating the Criteria Shaft Super's location? Oh, there's a gold glove. That's really convenient. So chat, what's the troll item gonna be? Every single seed has a troll item. What is going to give me fits this time? Wouldn't mind another power bomb pack. There's Ice Beam. Ice Beam is going to be really nice for Turian. That'll put a lot less pressure on our ammo. Then this next ceiling item is actually in logic, but I don't need to get it because it's just arrows. And the one thing I don't like about this route is the pressure it puts on your power bombs. This route is a little bit more effective when you have three power bomb tanks. There is guaranteed to be one power bomb tank that's accessible with nothing. Very important to jump through this door transition, especially if you don't have high jump. Just because of how difficult it can be to get up there. Oh, there's Speed Booster. Speed Booster is really nice to have. Unfortunately, that is going to begin capping our jump height until we get high jump boots. I see a lot of ice rods in chat. I see a gravity suit. Yep, gravity suit can be a huge problem, and I do not know how to beat the game without gravity. I can beat the game without Varia, if the right items come up. A digging tool? Oh, that's another classic. So the shovel opens up one location. Oh, I will take Argentum. That is one less thing to worry about. So these side hoppers are some of the most terrifying enemies in the game early on. They do 80 damage. Yeah, Silver Arrow's very, very nice to have. I am going to check this before I go to Bryn. Very prudent being another Super Missile, because Super Missiles can also be a roadblock, since we do need quite a few of them to check items. Since I'm so low on power bombs, I think I am actually going to do the Bryn Star checks later. Because normally what you would do is you would go back this way to check. You need to remember to jump here too. I'm not used to having speed this early. Although having speed is going to be nice because there are some items we'll be able to check otherwise. So I am going to open these doors first, so we can get refills. But I am going to be heading down to the Edakun shaft first, because there are power bomb refills here that I can take advantage of. Power bomb management, very, very important in the early game. Only grabbing that because that gives us Zorgash. So routing that shovel check-in is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Yeah, unfortunately, the reverse Brinstar route didn't wind up working out. I was really hoping to find one more power bomb tank. There are 10 of them. Also, 7 of the missile tanks have been replaced by super missiles. Just because regular missiles just aren't that useful in randomizer. There is a super missile tank. Okay, that should be just about all the money I need. Because I only need 110 rupees for Kiki to be able to get in the Palace of Darkness. I will pick up these supers, though. Just because they're your primary damage for bosses. You're going to be seeing a lot of super missiles for bosses, even if we have full beams. Almost jumped into the Decora pit. It's probably a frame or two away. So now you got a couple more scary rooms coming up, but they're not as scary as they usually are because we have quite a bit of health. But this upcoming room on 99 energy can be very, very scary. I also want to conserve my super missiles for a check coming up. Oh, there's literacy. We can get into desert now. We might not be able to finish desert because we're missing Pegasus boots, but going back to Zelda is a little bit of a consideration. Let's go down here to check Waterway because we could refill power bombs. There's the Ether Medallion. Yeah, we can get a couple power bombs back here, which is going to be important. We've got a couple enemies that drop power bombs here. So getting this item is a little bit tricky with our set. So what we have to do to get that item, the Waterway item, that was not a short charge. That was just a delayed run. Because the game only checks whether you're holding Y on certain frames. For those of you familiar with the practice hack, there's a setting called Magic Pants that lets you practice short charges. And Samus will flash white on the frames that you need to be holding to run. So with good timing, you can just walk and get enough charge to be able to get that more easily. Probably going to end up isolating one of these two items. Just because it can be a little tricky to shoot that block off screen, and there's another trick I'm going to be doing fairly soon. Plus, I need to save super missiles for the door. And I really don't want to have to farm supers here. Because farming super missiles and especially power bombs in Brinstar is very slow. Because the enemies here drop power bombs at a very small rate. You know what? That item's not in logic anyway. I would need. It requires wave beam, so I'll just come back if I have to. I'm too low on ammo. So we are going to leave that one item, sadly. I am going to kill the cack attacks for supers, because I am quite low on supers. And then we're going to go down here. Down to Upper Norfair, because that'll also take us to Death Mountain. Now we're missing mirror, but once we get one of a couple of different items, we're going to be in great shape. This is also unfortunately going to be my final power bomb use. So I'm going to need to get power bombs from somewhere. Just a bit. So it's very, very important to keep track of your ammo counts. Because without regular morph ball bombs, it's very easy to soft lock in this game. Speed Booster also gets us access to wreck ship. Oh, that Speed Booster is in logic. That Speed Booster puts that Criteria Shaft Supers in logic, but I can check that whenever I go back to the no. Oh. Oh, doing this with no weapon is not very fun. I'm gonna give this one more try and then stop. I haven't done this with no weapon in a bit. Okay. This is the easiest dark room in the game. You would need lamp to do this normally. Don't kill me, Boulder. So, this check is important because this opens up Death Mountain as a start point. There is only one item here that we can get, unfortunately. If we had one of 3 items, we could do a lot more up here. But none of those items have showed up yet. So just supers at Spectacle Rock. What's inside Spectacle Rock? Just a heart piece. Alright, I think I'm going to go to wreck ship now. So whenever you transition games, you get an automatic save in both games. And it sets your save point back to your ship. Absolutely on the Shine Spark comment, I do agree. Shine Sparking is a lot more complicated than people think. So because the speed booster is in, because the Criteria Shaft has come into logic so early, I get a sneaking suspicion that there's something there. And I don't want to search for something 2 hours only to find that it's been here the whole time. So I'm just going to eat my 45-second loss and just check this now. We have Ice Beam to... We have Ice Beam to freeze the bogey on this too. So that'll make it nice and easy. Nope. Good check, though. It is very easy to isolate the Criteria shaft location. Oh, you're right! I never did Chicken Hut in CAC. Whoopsie. I got so caught up with having all the extra items that I never did the Chicken Hut in CAC. Whoops. I'll go back there when I go to when I go to Dark World for the first time. Yeah, this is like the minimum I'm comfortable going direction with. But the scene is pretty obviously telling me to go there. That's also why I'm checking Red Tower first. And yes, the Mega Man sprite is one of my favorite Super Metroid sprites. It looks so good. Did not mean to use a power bomb there. So the thing I would really like to see before going direct ship would just be a suit. If there's nothing in here, I'm probably just going to reset for ammo. Just to get my ammo back. Nope. The damage boost off those Boyons looks so cool. Anything here? Nope. Yeah, I'm just gonna reset for ammo. Also saves us an elevator ride back up. But no, I think early wreck ship is terrifying. There is a lot here, though. There's 12 items. It helps if you shine spark correctly. There we go. Because right now, the shine spark is my only way through wreck ship, or my only way to wreck ship. And I'm desperate enough to check the ocean first before I go there, just because even having something like another energy tank would be really helpful. Because as I was alluding to before, this is the minimum I'm comfortable going direction with, is 4 tanks and no suit, because Phantoon does a lot of damage. How am I missing wall jumps today? Getting over here with just speed booster can be a real challenge. Alright, we'll have one more chance for a bailout item, but otherwise we're fighting Phantoon. Phantoon is not a very fun first boss. Not at all. Also, these spikes, you can stand on them until you turn the power on. Red meringue. Like, boomerangs can be mildly useful in Zelda, but they're not the item I would prefer to find. I would prefer to find a suit, some more ammo, something that will help with this fight. But so far, we have found nothing that helps with this fight. And the way I like to fight Phantoon is really dangerous with this setup. So I actually like to rage Phantoon specifically because it provides a consistent 3-cycle fight if you're not good at your Dopplers. Which, I am not good at Dopplers. Not fast. Mid? Nope. Okay. This is the dangerous part. Okay, we got through that with a lot of health. We should be okay. Getting scary here. Okay, that was way too frightening. Wow. Remember what I said about being comfortable with this fight exactly on this health situation? Yeah. What a fight. Well, we're on the board now. Oh my god. I do need to be really careful, though, with, like, all the enemies in here. Nope. Because enemies in Wreck Ship do a ton of damage, because you're expected to have Varia by now. So all the enemy scalings. Yes, we do have all the boss tokens shuffled as well. I did gloss over that a little bit. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do for multiple reasons is save. So there is a very dangerous room coming up called Spiky Death Room. It is faster to reset out of this, plus it is the most dangerous room in vanilla as well, as far as 100% goes. Right. This is also a break, I think. Oh, not in time. There we go, okay. Yeah, that jump's super tricky. So this is Spiky Death Room. This room is Actual monk-ass. So those spike platforms, if you can't go through them or you just get caught underneath them, with no suit they do 200 damage. And the spikes do 60. So with no suit, that will kill you very quickly. Now this room I need to be really careful in as well. Because if I fall in this water, I'm dead. Okay, nothing there. Yes, that is a... Technically, that's not a break because we can get up there with speed boosters. I just didn't want to go out of the room because I did not want to lose them. I didn't have the health to get up there, I don't think. I think it was a health issue, but you can be expected to get that item with speed booster. But the bomb jump method I did is definitely not in logic for normal. This room is going to be kind of frightening with my current loadout. So I'm going to take my time a little bit in here. That's why it's frightening, because these enemies do a lot of damage, and I don't really have a good way to deal with them. So my favorite item to have for this room is Screw Attack. Screw Attack makes this room really fast. So it's important to kill all the enemies before going through a door transition and opening all the doors, because these doors will stay locked if you do not open them all. I also might end up taking my time a little bit going through that room on the way back as well. It's faster to shoot these robots back with missiles, but I need to actually use my missiles on these enemies. I would like a health drop, please. Like, a large health drop, please. I should have been more specific. Do I even have the health to get through the bowling alley? I might have to farm health. I'm also gonna have to take the scenic route to get to this item because of my health situation, which is I can't even do that because I don't have high jump. I'm gonna have to Shine Spark and take the health penalty. You know what? Let's actually check this item. Is it this item I need to check? Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually gonna check this from the back. See if I need to grab this. I don't. Okay. Good to know. Now I need to watch my power bomb use too. Yeah, with only 86 energy, sadly I am going to need to farm health here. You know what? Let's turn off Ice Beam. So I'm gonna get up to like 240 or so to be safe with the spikes in the wreck ship exit. This is why early wreck ship is really dangerous. Because I'm going to take at least 120 damage in the bowling alley. And it's very easy to get fished as well in the ocean. But so far, Wreck Ship has really been a bust, which surprises me. What direction does the game want me to go? Yeah, we'll get over 240 for health. Okay, that should be fine. Gotta love Meridia enemies. Okay, try to get as much distance as possible here. Nope. Yep, that's why we picked up all that extra health. Because I think a fish might kill me. Might be telling me to go to desert. I think Eastern is still a thing. Alright, what's back here? Nothing. With how early I had access to Wreck Ship, logical access to full clear Wreck Ship, I'm kind of surprised that there's been nothing here. No, just a penny. Wow. Wow, Wreck Ship was empty. That's really surprising. Usually when the game points you to Wreck Ship early, there's something there, but we had to come here anyway. But now we should be mostly safe. And now that we have ammo again, I think I might go to Kraid. Yeah, let's go to Kraid. We also have to remember that the speed booster, I believe the speed booster is now puts that hammer in logic, so we're back in logic again. Yeah, because you can get through Gauntlet with speed. You know what? Before I head up there, I'm gonna do the front of the castle, because I have the hammer now. I'm only doing the front, because I can just do the back by going to Sanctuary. I don't like going to castle with just bombs, because it tends to be inefficient in early game rounds. But there are 6 items between the front and the back. So we'll see if anything turns up in the front of the castle. The only item that's not in logic is the Dark Basement. And I'm not comfortable doing the Dark Basement without a sword. So we'll see what turns up down here. So these items are obtainable with nothing. They're just usually not in early game routes unless you get bombs or a very early weapon. That's why I held off on coming here, is there's a couple of items that you do need combat ability to get. Also, I don't know how many of you play this or watch this regularly, but this randomizer has a tendency to give you either a hammer or an early sword, not both. Oh, well, that's Dark World access. Oh, that's been there the whole time. Boy, if this was a race, I would not feel good about that. I'm kind of thinking about going to Hera. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna just go do Kraid. I have everything to clear it out. Kraid and Upper Norfair. Well, not Upper Norfair, but the part of Upper Norfair that I can do without Varia Suit, specifically Business Center. Let's get that out of the way. So every room in Super Metroid has a name. Oh, hey, a pointy stick. Oh, open the door, you doofus. Otherwise, if you don't open that door, you have to wait for the Nova. But I will take a pointy stick. We're still waiting on Moon Pearl. Moon Pearl is really what's gonna bring A Link to the Past wide open. So hour and 20-minute sword, that's nothing. I have had multiple 2-hour swords in marathons. Multiple 2-hour swords. This game can be cruel about not giving you a sword. So now we're just gonna get Kraid out of the way. Because there's quite a few items back here. $300? I'm not gonna say no, that's potion money. And without a tunic, potions are actually kind of nice to have. Like, no tunic, no half magic. Alright. My Kraid quick kill has not been very spot on recently. So we will see if we get DLC. It's obviously a lot harder without Charge Beam. Because you can't lock the claw. Oh, I'm on the right pixel already. Hey! C grade. So Kraid is a red crystal, and Kraid gives us a fire source. This will let us unconditionally complete Hera. I'm an idiot. I forgot to jump through the door transition. So, when you're leaving Kraid, it's really important to jump through that door, because not only does it make the key hunters be in a better position, it also fixes the door transition. So, Kraid had Fire Rod, which gets us... Yep. So, coming to Kraid was good. Now we're guaranteeing that we don't have to backtrack. Tower of Hera is a green pendant, but I think I'm gonna do it. Just because I need to go that way to get to East Death Mountain. So I think it would be prudent to go for it because it's a green pendant. Since I don't have hookshot, I can't go the faster way to get to East Death Mountain, so I do have to go around the long ways. We have Mirror plus Hammer. I think there's something over there. It also lets me snag another Super Missile pack, which will be nice for later bosses. It also gives me dungeon info for Dark World. So TR is... Oh, Pendant Ice, my favorite. Don't you love Pendant Ice? Have to make that decision? We have literacy, so we can see what is on the ether tablet. We cannot get this item yet because we also need another sword, but we can see what's here. That is a bomb capacity upgrade. Hookshot! There's a case to just take this hookshot and leave. But I would rather just be thorough at this point. If I was in a race, I would take this hookshot and leave. But I think because people, well, one, people want to see Moldorm Knots. Boy, pit hitboxes in this game. But I am gonna go ahead and just get all this out of the way. A pendant hair is not that long. We also get an extra item because this is green. Don't do this to me. Don't put the item in the basement. I would really like to not have to go down to the basement. There's a 50% chance we have to go down to the basement now. No bug nut. Bug nut would be another nice thing to find. Definitely fighting Moldorm with Hammer, because it's 3 hits faster. Ped Seed. Do you want us to be here all morning? I'd like to be underestimate, And this estimate's very generous. Of course. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of committed. Because there is an item down there. It is nice that I haven't been to Sastrala's closet yet. Because then I can route that in. And not have to make a separate trip there. I also need to remember I have mirror, so I can just mirror out of here when I'm done. I only have one bomb, so I'm not going to take the coffee break. And by a coffee break, I mean if you activate this crystal switch remotely, you don't have to worry about the floor tiles because you can just stand on the rising crystal switch block, and you'll constantly have iframes and not have to worry about these floor tiles. Watch this just be 20 bucks. This menu is awkward. Wow. That's not bad. A cape's not bad, honestly. Insert obligatory whining about dead rocks. Oh, this cave without Pegasus boots is no bueno also. But we gotta check it. There's so many items back here. We're also... That's okay. We have hookshot. We have hookshot so we can get back here quickly. Like, dying there is okay. Yeah, no Aga yet. We need lamps specifically. I used to know how to do dark Aga with just Fire Rod, but it's been so long since I've done it that I'm not gonna do it here. As nice as it would be to have Space Jump. Because it would be really nice to have Space Jump right now. We're pretty flush with cash. There's Varia. That'll get us away from Zelda. Varia, huh? How much of Upper Norfair can we do? We can do a lot there. Let's actually just get Upper Norfair out of the way. Dead rocks, man. They're so bad. Okay, how do I want to route this? Because there are a few different ways I could route Upper Norfair. Get the feeling I'm not going to turn Ice Beam back on until Turian. There's a quack. I wonder if it would have been prudent to check the medallion for. Well, it's moved because I ended up getting killed, but probably wouldn't have been an awful idea to check the Turtle Rock. To check the Turtle Rock requirement. I think I am gonna go down to. I think I am gonna go just fight Grok. There's no reason not to. What's over here? E-tank. Give me that. Yeah, let's get Croc out of the way. Hashtag always bet on Croc. So now that we have this Varia suit, we don't take damage from heat, and environmental damage is greatly reduced. I've had no reason to go back there. Okay, so you want to know something really funny about the logic. So this item that I'm about to get, the Croc PB, this is actually not in logic right now. This Shine Spark is not in logic. I don't know why. I told Total about this on like version 11, and it still hasn't been fixed. So if somebody from like the SMZ3 dev team or somebody is familiar with the devs that talks to them quite a bit, can somebody explain why that Shine Spark's not in logic? Wait, did I save? Yes, okay. I wanted to make sure I saved because I'm probably going to be resetting. Yeah, I just don't get why that Shine Spark's not in logic. What's back here? Well, I guess we're not resetting. Because I think a change of clothes is going to be too valuable to pass up. Yeah, I'm going to keep the change of clothes. So once I get to second row of hearts, then we're kind of good on the LTTP health front. That's when I'll start skipping heart containers. What's up here? Merle! Hashtag always bet on Croc. Please. Hashtag always bet on Croc. What a find. Okay, so now Link to the Past is wide open. There's so much I can do there now. We have hammer, hookshot, gold glove. There's... Wow, I can't believe I came up short on that jump. There's so much to do in Zelda now. I'm still going to check the rest of Upper Norfair, just because it would be prudent to do so. Because when are we going to come back here? When leaving a location, you always need to consider, when are you going to come back here? So just being thorough is really important. Movement in this game's impossible. How am I gonna route back? I think this is the way I want to route back. It's a little awkward coming back this way, but I think this is the way I want to go. It's a missile. This is normally not the way you go through Norfair in routing. You just don't. Gotta turn Ice Beam back on to get up here. Because I don't have... There's some important items I'm missing. Freezing the waiver would help. Alright, there's the unique rupee item. There's only one 100 rupee item in the game. Admittedly, Ice Beam is actually really helpful for this room. 10 arrows, and I'll take Grapple. Grapple's actually going to be kind of nice for coming out of this room. We have no microwave components. Still a few more things we need to get. So there is a reason I call SM Rando and this Rando High Jump Appreciation Simulator. Because you will appreciate it. You'll appreciate having high jump when you go through entire seeds of this game without finding high jump. So now we'll go to wave. And then there's just, I think, one more item left. Yeah, there's only one more item left here after wave. And then I think we finally go check Chicken Hut. on the way to Dark World. Fine, I'll go around. Grapple's really useful, though. Nothing there, just regular missiles we're good on. They're mostly just useful for MB1 when we get to the end of the game. So the usual Upper Norfair stuff has been kind of a bust, but boy was croc loaded. Yeah, with Blue Mail, I'm a lot more comfortable navigating Dark World. We still don't have a ton of Zelda health, specifically. Nothing there. So the Upper Norfair that wasn't Croc didn't have anything, but we found quite a bit nonetheless. So now it's time to go back to Zelda. These are my favorite kinds of seeds, are the ones that make you go back and forth between both games a lot, instead of just playing all of Metroid and then all of Zelda. It would have been faster to save and quit. I should have just done a save and quit. Okay. Where to now? You know what? Let's go back to CAC. Let's go back to CAC and get that chicken hut before I forget about it. Oh, Grapple is really fun to play around with. Because we can full clear thieves. I get the feeling we're not getting space jump. Alright, so what's in this chicken house that I ran past? Missiles. Alright, now that that loose square is gone, let's head to Dark World. Skull Woods is full clearable too. Although with only 6 hearts, that's a little spooky. I'm gonna try it though. So for those of you just joining, this is the Super Metroid and A Link to the Past combo randomizer. This takes both Zelda and both A Link to the Past and Super Metroid, puts them in one game, and shuffles all the items between both games. Probably the most impressive part of this randomizer is that it runs on console. I'm playing this on a real Super Nintendo. Wait, I don't need to go to the bumper room. I have a key. So from what I understand, the technical reason why this even works is because Super Metroid and The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past have no overlapping memory addresses. We have a big key, so we can get this big chest now. And then I think at this point, it's just go to the back. One important distinction between this and the regular Link to the Past randomizer is that the bumper chest, the chest in the bumper room in Skull Woods, is guaranteed to be a small key. This is not the case in the standalone Link to the Past randomizer. It was in past versions, but it is no longer the case. So that's why I'm not checking the bumper chest, because it's guaranteed to be a small key. Oh, this room. I think this is one of the most annoying rooms in the game. Like, this room's awful. Because the Gibdos usually wind up getting in your way when you're trying to pull the statue. And the Wall Master gets in the way too. I am gonna drop this here because I do actually need full magic. Yeah, I do need full magic for the back of this dungeon. I should have mirrored. I also need to grab this key for the back. But I do believe that this was the first cross-game randomizer. I can't think of any that came before SMZ3. So the fact that this works at all comes down to one, Total being a complete genius, and two, just the memory addresses in both games just happen to line up. Okay, remember, you have mirror. You have mirror, use it. Anyone who routinely plays randomizers will tell you that one of the hardest parts of running randomizers is remembering you have items. That room could have gone a lot better. That room also could have gone a lot better. So I think there's one heart. Oh no, this is magic, not a heart. But I do want this, just in case Mafiola decides that they want to stay in the corner. This is such a frustrating fight. Yup. Yeah, that's why this fight's dangerous. We are gonna come back and do this fight later. Yeah, Mothula with hammer is just awful. Yeah, we're just gonna have to come back and do this later. Boy, as far as combat goes, this scene has teeth. Let's do this first. There's two really annoying checks up here. One of them is the bumper ledge, and one of them is the, Okay, so bumper ledge was garbage. The graveyard ledge. Graveyard ledge is a really, really annoying check. Because it's out of the way, and it requires mirror. I also need to watch my bomb count. Because my bomb count's really, really low. And I need one here. But I can get some refills here. Just $20. So Thieves is a good check. Now Thieves Town is a lot less dangerous than Smullets, so I shouldn't have issues. And Cape doesn't really help in the Mothula fight either. Especially when my damage is hammer. Whereas in the blind fight, Cape is actually a lifesaver. Finally, some more power bombs. Took me way too long to get more power bombs. Alright, let's get Thieves done. No reason not to get Thieves done now. There's also 4 items here. There's 4 items here, we have hammer. We can full clear it. So I could go to Ganon's Tower right now, because we do have open Ganon's Tower set for this leg set. I want to see if I can find the red cane first. Because all of the right side of Ganon's Tower is blocked by red cane. Red cane, of course, could be in there. But we have so much to do, and I would prefer to route it with some other things. I would like to get maybe... There's a couple items I'm looking for still before I go up there. But Ganon's Tower is definitely on my radar. There's a lot there. I would like a bow before going there, just because Armos without bow is really tedious. Since one thing you can be required to do in this flag set is kill Armos 2, The one in the basement of Ganon's Tower. You could be required to kill that without a bow. Ironically, a boomerang is the next best weapon for them. But especially because we have silvers. So normally Ganon's Tower is pre-filled with junk and requires Mother Brain Beatable to access. But in the combo randomizer, if you have Ganon's Tower entry crystal set to anything less than 7, that rule is not applied. And because we're playing with GT open, that does change the calculus for Dark Death Mountain quite a bit. Okay, so that means that the last item is on the boss, and the small key is locked in the big chest. Alright, time to kill blind. I don't have any magic for caves, so if this fight gets out of hand, I could be in trouble. It's actually been a while since we've had new blind puns added. That was a good fight. A lot better than Mothula, that's for sure. E-Tank. I mean, it's not bad. If we wind up having to do Lower Norfair without gravity, that could be very helpful having more health. Hour and a half in, 3 bosses done is a little spooky. Usually we have at least one more boss done by now. So now we do the big Dark World loop. But I don't think we can put Ganon's Tower off for that long. We're missing Pegasus boots for the torch item. So because we have open Ganon's Tower, there won't be a big key guessing game. Oh, there's the bow. Nice. Okay. That takes away a lot of the problems that I had with the seed. We have Mirror plus Hammer plus Titansmith. We can go ahead and get, excuse me. We can go get the purple chest stuff done too. This is nice. So I think the seed is really going to take off soon. I think the biggest thing we're missing at this point is flippers. We're missing flippers, red cane. What else are we missing? I don't have mushroom or powder, so I can't check. I can't check the magic bat, but I can check everything else here. I can even route in the shovel check. Supers. That's fine. Because I do want to have ammo for Ridley. That's the biggest thing that I'm looking for supers for ammo for is Ridley and Mother Brain. Because Because I still really don't have beams. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm gonna have to go back and get this purple chest again. I completely forgot to check the digging game before I went to get the purple chest, so I'll have to go back and get it. That's not a huge deal, but... Oh, right, When am I gonna go back for this? I'll just have to go back for it later. You know what I could do? I could dump it in the light world. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just dump the chest. I'm gonna just dump the chest here. More peeps. Yep, purple chest is gone, so I can go this way. I should check the... I should check this cave. There's Brian. That's wildly helpful. I'll take Brian. I think we're not going to wind up getting that space jump. There's a couple of edge cases where it could be required. If we don't find high jump, we're going to have to go back and get it for Lord Orfair. So there's a couple cases where I could go back and get it, where you might have to go kill Aga. I don't mind doing it, I would just prefer not to if I find high jump. Where's my item? Thank you. Was that 30 digs? The Cane of Burna. The community calls the Cane of Burna Brian, because a few people didn't know how to pronounce it, and the name just stuck. So it's an invincibility item. It's not as useful because we have Magic Cape, but it makes menus easier, and my menu is a mess, so I don't mind having it. There are other names for it as well. One is also called the Lag Cane. It generates, because the Cane of Burna generates a ton of lag when you use it. The Cane of Burna can be surprisingly useful for, ironically, Mothula. But I'm probably not going back there until I have the capacity to complete the game. So if something ends up being there, it could be a bit of a mess. Hey, bombs! That's actually logic for Lord Orfair. Well, not by itself, but now Space Jump isn't as important. Now that we have regular bombs. Because of a vertical infinite bomb jump is logic for Kenfly. Just a heart piece. Works for me. Don't have to go back here. What's next? probably Hype Cave. Because we can't get in there. With this bow, I could actually do the Eastern Palace pod combo. It would be out of logic because I don't have lamp, but that's fine. Because as we all know, logic is a suggestion. There's charge. Mushroom. And our first trash can of all things. So that was a reserve tank. We like to call them trash cans because reserve tanks get in the way of doing a couple of tricks towards the end of the game. Why am I going this way? I'm not going to ice. Let's go to... Yeah, we could do Eastern Pod, because I believe we have everything to finish both dungeons. It's just not having lamp. But I don't need lamp. Like, lamp would be really helpful, but I don't need it. I'm not gonna fake flipper and Ice Palace. Fake flipper and Ice Palace seems really inefficient. I am gonna go here though. There could be a lamp in here. That's what I have to say to you, old man. I go get your pendant, you give me a missile tank. Yep, garbage. Mirror bonk. That's fine, whatever. This Shahabadaba Dabala has garbage. Yeah, no one knows how to pronounce Sahasrarla's name either. So I'm gonna do Eastern first. I'll have Kiki open Pod and then do Eastern before Pod, just because Pod is a bit difficult without lamp. It's one of the harder dark rooms in the game, the Pod Dark Maze. I would say the Pod Dark Maze is the third hardest dark room in the game. Third or fourth. I would say it's tied with Dark TR. Then number 2 is Dark Mire, and number 1 is Dark Aga. I'll take 4 bombs. I also don't have Red Cane. I increase the value of Ice Palace quite a bit once I have Red Cane, just because having Red Cane and being able to do Icebreaker saves over 2 minutes on a full clear of Ice Palace. Oh, I should see what the stun prize is. That's not a horrible stun prize. Not now, but would have been nice to check that earlier. But $20 is definitely not a bad stun prize. Is that big key? Yeah, I do. Okay, so I do have to check past here. This is the second easiest dark room in the game, I think. I've done this dark room with no weapon at all. Now, of note, this is a sequence break. You're expected to have lamp to do that. Oh, hey, a tutti flute. Lord Orfair's in logic now. I don't want Lord Orfair to be in logic right now because that would mean that I have to do a worst room in the game. I have to IBJ up worst room in the game. Oh, I have to go back out. I lost the Armos. Wait, I have fire on. I can just light the torch. You know, the whole Zora thing, I could have gone to Eastern Palace and got the rupees here. If I really wanted to commit to an early Zora check, I could have just come here first. But I think what I did wound up working out better. This room is so cool. This is one of my favorite rooms in the game. It looks so cool when it's done right. When do I go to GT? So that is Eastern done. Now I'm gonna go do Pod. I could do Pyramid Ledge Catfish, but that isolates. When am I gonna check the waterfall then? If I do this now. So having Mirror saves roughly 1 billion hours in this dungeon. Because you mirror back a lot. Even in the vanilla speedrun, you use the mirror a ton here. Thanks for the good luck. It's been fairly smooth so far. There's been a couple hiccups, but nothing too awful. But until you're in go mode, you don't know how trolly the seed's gonna be. But this one really hasn't been bad so far. Chat did call that Ice Rod was going to be the item that gives me fits, and we still haven't found it. And TR is a Super Metroid boss token, so we do need to do this dungeon. Why'd I open that? I don't have bug net. We don't have Pegasus boots, so I do need to mirror back here as well. Pegasus boots is another kind of annoying thing that we're missing. bit annoyed about a couple of missing items. I actually think every potential... I don't remember remembering. I think every missing item that we have can be on... flippers can't be. Flippers can't be, but I think everything else can. Well, we know how Palace of Darkness is. Keys in the front, business in the back. Or business in the front, party in the back. That's what it's called. So now all the goods should be back here. If this dungeon has any goods in it to begin with. Do need to get this door open. No hammering, I'm sorry. Okay, so the chest in the Harmless Hellway is live. So I do need to check this. So the way you can tell whether that is an item or not is the number of keys you have coming out of the dark room. If you have all of the keys in the dungeon coming out of that dark room, then that chest will be an item. If you do not have all of the keys, then it will be a small key. So this room is one of the hardest dark rooms in the game to learn, but once you know it, it's not too bad. It's just learning it is such a pain. There's so much memorization. Fisher Price shield. So now we'll just go fight the Helmasaur King. So for that shot, it's just knowing what pixels work. We have no red cane, so we need to actually push the statue here. Those pots on the left have health if you need it. Thankfully I don't. It's not too much of this dungeon left, it's just the back. Now these dark rooms can be a little tricky as well, especially the turtle room. I still think that the turtle room is one of the worst rooms in the game, even if you have the lanterns. There's no good way to deal with it. Oh, right. It helps if you activate the crystal switch. So I need to get one of these torches lit as quickly as possible. This is why this room is horrible. Okay, so we have 16 hammer hits in a sombrero. Excellent RNG. No fireballs. Oh, we have 5-6 too. We have 5-6 too, so we can go do Big Bomb. Honestly, I think doing Big Bomb is a really good idea right now. When I'm comfortable with Motula, I am going to do a pet check. Maybe I'll go get some potions on the way to Catfish. I could go get some potions on the way to Catfish and then go back to Mafula. Because I do have 2 bottles now, which should be more than safe. And the blue potions are just going to be helpful anyway. Now, if I did have the means to kill Aga, I could take a shortcut with the Big Bomb, but I don't have Aga dead. And at this rate, I doubt I will. I would really just prefer to find high jump and take the 2 infinite bomb jumps out of the picture entirely, because who likes doing infinite bomb jumps? Nice vanilla sword game! I thought this was meant to be randomized. Well, we have flippers now. So I think with flippers, Ped has a 50% chance of being in logic. If we don't need Pegasus boots for... Yeah, if we don't need Pegasus boots for the Desert Palace, then Ped is actually completely in logic. So I'm not going to turn the mushroom in yet, because I can use the mushroom to check Magic Bat, and I don't have Powder yet, and Powder can just show up at any time. But yes, Zeruvian, I do agree with you. I do not care that IPJ is logical can fly. Yes, the game shows you how to do it, but it is disproportionately difficult compared to any other trick in the game. Like, any other trick that the game shows you. Not actual speedrun tech, but it is just disproportionately difficult compared to anything else that the game expects you to do. I can go to Swamp. So now that we have these flippers, I can pretty cleanly check the Zora area. Go get scammed by Zora. think that's vanilla too. That boomerang? I'm pretty sure that boomerang's vanilla too. Whoops. At least I think that's where the red boomerang is in vanilla. We're still missing so much nonsense. I mean, mostly Ice Rod, plus I don't know the requirement. I think we actually go activate the flute after this. I mean, that's not bad. Yeah, let's go do the back of the castle, and then activate the flute. It would be nice if the key was locked away in the basement, something in the back. This still could be something. We had access to this pretty early. I gotta go back. I gotta go back for it. So this dark room can be a little annoying. This is definitely not one of my favorite dark rooms in the game. Mostly because that key can be very, very agitating